Do you know why Apple completely discontinued the iPhone X? I have an iPhone X Space Gray right here that I'm gonna unbox later on in this video, and you can see right there, that's my silver one, my silver iPhone X that I've been using over the past year. A review is gonna come soon. But before I make my way into the video, let me just say thank you to all my 501 subscribers at the time of me making this video. If you've been sticking me like over the past year, ever since I made my channel, thank you so much. If you just recently subscribed, welcome to this channel. We've got a long way to go, and I just can't believe that I actually hit 500 subscribers. I never would have thought. I'm always going to try to be here to deliver the latest and greatest in the tech news, and today we are going to talk about the iPhone X versus the iPhone XR. Should you buy an iPhone X in 2018? In case you didn't know, the pre-orders for the iPhone XR are starting October 19th, and they'll probably ship the Friday after that. If you search up for a used iPhone X or still a brand new iPhone X, it's priced very similarly to the iPhone XR. Around $750 for the XR and around $600 to $750 for the iPhone X, depending if you get it new or used. Right now in Apple's headquarters, all the way back in Cupertino, California, Apple is hoping that everyone is forgetting about the iPhone X, although it was like a revolutionary design. Just talking about the notch right here, almost every single Android phone in 2018 has a notch except for the Samsung flagships. But other than that, everyone else copied the iPhone's notch. It's iconic. But all of Apple's engineers are hoping you're going to forget about the iPhone X and buy the XS or XS Max, which was released just last month. But the thing is, with the XS and XS Max, there's not much of an upgrade unless you consider ChargeGate an upgrade. All you get in the XS from a hardware standpoint, you just get a newer processor, you get dual SIM support, and you get better stereo speakers. And other than those three features, I find it pretty hard to pinpoint another feature. Sure, you get IP68 water resistance, you get that gold color, you get that 50% bigger camera sensor, you get smart HDR, you get that brand new software feature of adjustable aperture after the fact, but smart HDR and that aperture feature is software, not hardware. And guess what? The XS and XS Max are $1,000 and $1,000 respectively, while the iPhone X for just pretty much the same phone is sitting at $600. In my mind, the only people who should get the XS or XS Max are the people who have the iPhone X and still want that slight upgrade, because you're going to get that amazing A12 Bionic chip. You're going to get that nice upgrade in the camera. You're getting that gold color if you want. There's some reason to upgrade, but there's no reason to buy it over the iPhone X. You see where I'm getting at? If you have an older iPhone, anywhere in between iPhone 8 Plus all the way to iPhone 5 or iPhone 4, if you're still chilling with the iPhone 3GS, shout out to you. But if you're upgrading from an older phone, I think the only two options you should look at is the iPhone XR or iPhone X. You don't want to go all spendy out there and spend $1,000, $100 on the XS Max. It's going to be a great phone for a long period of time. You just don't want to do that with your money when you could save some. And the surprising thing when you compare the iPhone X to the iPhone XR, it's an extremely good comparison because the X is better at some things and the XR is better at some things. And what the iPhone X excels at is kind of what the XR draws back from, and that is the screen. With the iPhone X, you're getting a gorgeous 5.8-inch OLED display, but with the XR, you're getting a kind of an LCD, 6.1 inches, slightly more bezels, but at a 328 pixels per inch ratio. I've already made a video talking about the iPhone XR screen. The 326 pixels per inch, it's not that big of a deal. I upgraded from an iPhone 6s, which has that 326 pixel per inch ratio, to the iPhone X, which has around a 420 pixel per inch ratio, and the X is even OLED. Did I notice those changes? No, but what I did care about was those bezels. Having that no home button and having that notch, it makes a difference. It makes you feel like a whole new experience, especially with those software gestures. Does the screen really matter? No, but if you really are tedious about their screen, then the iPhone X has a better screen since it's OLED and it's 5.8 inches with slightly less bezels. And there's actually one minor thing that the iPhone X has over the iPhone XR, and it's, people are just gonna look over it because it's not that big of a deal, but it's the iPhone X telephoto camera. It's the optical 2x zoom that the XR doesn't have. The whole purpose of having that telephoto camera, according to Apple, over the past couple of years was to make that portrait mode bokeh effect. But the XR has portrait mode with only doing a single lens. The only thing you're losing on a functionality standpoint is that telephoto optical zoom. But the iPhone XR still has that 50% bigger sensor. It still has smart HDR. It still has that adjustable aperture after the fact. So it's gonna have a better camera overall, just except for that zoom. Other than those two minor features, the XR takes the cake on the iPhone X. It has the A12 Bionic chip. It has dual SIM support. It's still IP67 water resistant. It comes in 6 different colors. It has a slightly bigger display at 6.1 inches. It has that brand new 2nd generation Face ID. It has that brand new camera. The XR has practically all the features and specs as a XS, and it costs $250 less, and you're only giving up that slight drawback of the screen. Other than that, you're getting the XS. So after that conversation, we have to revisit the question, why buy an iPhone X in 2018? And well, the answer to that is that the iPhone X is still an amazing product when it's just standing alone. It still has stereo speakers, wireless charging, a dual camera system, Face ID, so on and so on. Sure, you're not getting that 2018 processor and camera, but you're also not paying for it. And I think the 2017 camera processor is gonna do like the majority of people extremely well. I definitely think this year that the iPhone XR is going to be Apple's top selling iPhone. It's just too good of a deal to pass on if you're upgrading from an older device. Even if you have an iPhone X, you could kind of upgrade to a XR and it'll kind of feel like a whole new experience, especially if you get that nice product red or that coral color. Oh, so good. I love the 6 new colors. But now let's quickly unbox the space gray iPhone X from 2017. And by the way, this is the last ever time I'm going to be filming this on my phone. I'm going to unbox my brand new camera tomorrow. But let's unbox the iPhone X Space Gray. And I've already done this before, but now it's the Space Gray version. So we just go like that. Oh, don't you just love unboxing experiences? I mean, I love that. Designed by Apple in California, in Cupertino, California. And there it is right there. Space Gray iPhone X 64 gigabyte. Man, it just looks so good. Let me just be quiet for a second. Turn this to the other side. Look, that's the nicest you're ever gonna get it. Look, I already got a few fingerprints on there. Look how good that looks. Just turn around the other side. Too nice. Set that right there. And of course we have the lightning headphones, blah blah. I don't need to show it to you guys. You already know this. You have the headphone jack adapter, which you always need more of because that's actually Apple's top selling accessory. And of course you have the charger right here, simple as that. And of course your classic lightning connector, and it's not USB-C. And that right there was the unboxing of the iPhone X. I'd love your opinion about the iPhone X in the comment section below. Please like the video to make YouTube's algorithm happy. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow for the latest and greatest.